Hey guys, it's Jen. Welcome to the Not Too Shabby Summer Hop. We are doing a YouTube hop, and my card, even though I don't know if it's technically summer, but it's bright and cheery and it has cute cows, so I'm calling this my summer card. The stamp set that I used it features the Moo-tiful Buddies by Not Too Shabby, and you can find that in the Not Too Shabby shop online. So to get started, I am using watercolor paper and the Zig Clean Color water brushes or watercolor brushes. And this color here it's actually one of my favorite reds. It's the Carmine red. And I decided just to keep these cows nice and bright and cheery and simple. So just using my watercolor brush, my Aqua Painter from Stampin' Up! To just blend in all of that color and wiping off in between so I don't mix colors. Now this particular color was an oopsie on mine because when I was looking for the colors for my project to do my video, I was looking for orange, but apparently I grabbed Florange. So a fluorescent orange. I do go back in a little bit and fix it. So this next one is yellow. So no fancy colors, just yellow, calling it what it is. I really do like using these watercolor markers. Like I've said before, if you guys are new to me, I just like how they kind of give you a nice shading without really having to do much effort. So I did forget to go in and do their ears, so I go back and I get all of their ears. I don't know what it is, but I did it the last time I made this card. I forgot their ears, so I had to go back. So now this is the correct color. This is orange, and it definitely is a little bit darker. Although the Florange, it probably could have worked, but it bothered me that it wasn't the one that I actually used. So it did go over pretty nicely, and I think it actually did a little bit better, you know, having that lighter orange underneath for a little bit more depth and more shading on that. So I just finished off my little tail, and this is that I did all of their little nostrils is a light pink. And the ears I colored in a tea rose. Now I will have all of these colors listed on my website, worldofjencraft.com, if you'd like to go over and check them out, just in case you don't want to write them down or don't have time to right now, but they're all over my website. To give him a little bit of gray shading in the face, I used a fog gray. And it just kind of helps take away from that stark white, but isn't completely colored in. So I just kind of quickly colored that. And then I went ahead and just used my heat gun because I knew I was going to go ahead and put my scenic background on, and I was afraid with the colors that they might mix. And they did get a little bit watery. When I put more water, it kind of brought a little bit of the orange and some of that Carmine red. But so I did attempt to dry it ahead of time to see if it would help. So the grass is a pale green, and I went ahead and just dried that out quick as well. And my sky is a haze blue. I'm not sure if the markers need, like if they're dry or if that's just how they are, you know, trying to color that large of a surface with them. Or maybe it's just the shade. Maybe it's because a little bit lighter shade. And I didn't realize I was kind of getting off screen there. So I apologize for that. I had my camera zoomed in a little bit closer than I normally do just so you could see the detail. So again, I go back and I blow it dry or, you know, set it with my heat gun. And I did come back and I attempted to make clouds, and I just used the same haze blue and just created some little clown shapes in the sky there. And I took my water brush and just really got that wet again. So there wasn't really a defined line per se, but just kind of a hint of the clouds in the background. So I kind of sped it up really fast on these because it did take quite a while to color, and I didn't think you guys would want to sit through, you know, even a minute of the coloring. So I kind of liked how the clouds just kind of come, they're there, but they're in the background. And then, you know, my little 3rd grade grass. So I added a little bit of texture into the grass, and using the exact same green that I used for the grass. Oh, there's my head. And I probably should have waited just a little bit longer because I think my paper was not completely dry, so my hay there is a little bit darker than I had intended. I feel like the ink kind of spread a little bit. And I went ahead and loaded up the back of my piece with some foam tape, just so I had a nice sturdy lift on it, I guess. So this just gives it a little bit more dimension, because everything else is pretty flat on this card, so I wanted at least a little bit of it to be popped up. Now, I wasn't quite sure what I was going to do here, so I ended up not doing this step first, but I did run the glue along the very edge of the card, the base there of that. And I was going to stick my border on, but I decided to wait until I had the orange scallop on so I could center everything, because I didn't want to get it all on there and then not have it centered once I got on my card. My card base is a 4 by 5 1/4, so I cut it just a little bit smaller than the scalloped rectangle there. And again, I'm just running my adhesive along the edge and sticking it on top of it, so then that way the white doesn't peek through. And the dies that I used are from Sunny Studio, the Sunny Snippets, and it is the Fancy Frames rectangles. And what's cool about these is the outside scalloped area and the inside actually come from one die. So I did cut out the orange and the white, and now I have those frames actually to use for another card. So if that makes sense. And of course I had to put a little bit of clear Wink of Stella on all of them. You guys know me, I need a little bit of sparkle. It doesn't show up super well in the video, but man, in person, those cows just sparkle and shine like nobody's business. So I did wipe off in between each of those, because the color does kind of come up on the Wink of Stella brush when you go over that. So this is it. This is the card. If you would like, I will have links to the other design team members and to the Not Too Shabby. We've all made videos using summer projects. I have not seen any of them, so I'm excited to get on and look as well. worldofgencraft.com if you would like the dimensions that I have listed for the card. And if you go to Jamie's shop, nottoshabbyshop.com, you can save 10% by using GenCraft as a code. We'll talk to you later. Bye.